from wealthdragons.co.uk, and I've taken this quote off a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Your network is your net worth, and it really is. I'm going to show you how I went from knowing no one to knowing 71,000 people, and during that period, it's allowed me to buy £10.8 million worth of assets. So let's get started and take you through the journey and how we can do that, and I'll share 4 tips with you later on how you can do this yourself. So here we go. So in 2004, I started in property. I didn't know anyone. The reason why I didn't know anyone is I didn't tell anyone what I did. Now, if you're in business and no one knows what you're doing, then you're not going to get any business. I mean, you could be the best artist in the world, but if no one knows you exist, guess what? You're not going to get any gigs. Okay, in 2005, I told my parents how I was getting into property, and they kind of sort of disgruntled that I was going to leave my job and get into something that was so uncertain at the time. So um, after that, I started to know more people. I started going to a few networking events, and I started really looking at how I can speak to people and how I can help other people and how they can help me. So in 2006, I started to, just go to a few networking events, my local ones, maybe 10 or 20 people there. And in 2007, I was invited to speak at the Berkshire Property Meet for Just One and Sylvia Wright, who are good friends of ours, very successful investors in themselves, and run a very successful meet down in Maidenhead in Berkshire. And on a monthly basis now, they get literally about 500 people a month. So these guys are growing the network because they realize that the money is in the list and in the people and the contacts that you know. You've probably heard, it's not about what you know, it's who you know, and it's kind of like that when you're in property. So in 2008, from speaking to that one event, I had so many different opportunities from people. I was then talked about on things like forums. I was talked about through other investors, and it just kind of doubled because at the event I had lots of people who knew lots of other people and talked about me and sent an email to their database to say, hey, you should come and check John Lee out. He's bought lots of properties and this is how he's done it, and here's some videos and how he did it. So it kind of like spread the word. And in 2009, see, this is interesting. This is when I met Vincent Wong, and we formed Wealth Dragons. And literally, I mean, I've been working with Vincent for a long time, and it was only at this point did we decide to collaborate all our contacts, all our businesses, and all our staff and offices as well. And it was at this point where I realized that, wow, the more people that you know, the more contacts you get. Now I get joint venture opportunities offered to me every single day. And I think that there isn't a day that goes by now that I don't get opportunities from in some shape, way, or form. So interesting thing here is 2010. Now, we're up to 71,000 people, just over. And the reason we got to this point, the interesting thing that happened here was, you see, from here to here, one of the students in our class last week asked, what's changed from 2004 to 2010? And a lot of it's to do with the mindset. You see, you may be scared to go and meet people, you may be shy, but you know what? If you don't speak to that person, you're not going to get a chance to actually make some sort of contact and see how you can help them. Now, I'm going to give you 4 ways now on how you can actually grow your network. The first one is definitely get yourself to networking events. If you are familiar with the Berkshire Property Meet, again, go down there, get yourself down there, meet people, because that's where I met Vincent, and that's how our network literally doubled overnight. Look at your local network, get the Your Property Network magazine, have a look at what events are available in there. Ourselves, we run workshops all around the country. Get yourself to one of those. Just meet people, even if you don't want to come to learn stuff. I mean, you should anyway, but even if you don't, then at least you can meet people, because those people, I mean, just in our workshops alone, there's been millions and millions of pounds worth of joint ventures being developed in our groups alone. Number 2, if you're a bit shy and you want to meet people online, then again, just go on forums. There's lots of forums out there. You can go and just type in property forums. Go to Tycoons forums owned by Pomdik Vidisha. Again, he's a very successful investor himself. Go on there, because that's where I started my network. That's where a lot of people come from, and you've got to look at how you can help other people. And again, a little tip for you there is find out where people's problems are, and if you can help them, and in return they'll help you. Number 3, start your own little mastermind group. So again, get with local investors, stuff like 5 or 6 people, just talk about some of the things that work and some of the things that aren't working. That's one of the reasons why we started our apprenticeship program, where we have 20 people per intake, and literally we just talk about all the things that have worked for us, things that aren't working, deals that are going through, deals that aren't going through, deals that are falling through and why they're falling through, new changing regulations. You need to know the stuff, the top of the range cutting techniques in generating leads, so on and so forth. I mean, again, when I met Vincent, he taught me how to generate leads in my sleep. I didn't believe him at first, but now it's working and we're making a lot of money from it. Number 4, find other successful people out there. There's going to be other successful businesses, entrepreneurs, and just sit down with them and ask them what's worked in their field and see if it can work in your field. I mean, once you know one thing that works, give an example. McDonald's have a McDonald's drive-through, and they adopted that sort of concept from the US. In Florida or in America, you can actually drive through. They have drive-through banks where you can go through there and get money. And that's where McDonald's, again, if you can look at something that works in one industry and can work in your industry as well, again, adopt it, use it, take action. Now, your network is your net worth. I mean, this was pretty much from, this is Robert and Kim here. I mean, they're going to be in London on the 11th, 12th and 13th of June 2010. So if you're watching this after this video, then you should definitely still go and look at Robert Kiyosaki, because again, he's one of my mentors. He's one of the people who's taken me to where I am now. If it wasn't for the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, I would never be here right now making this video for you. So if you're interested in going to see Robert, I'm going to give you a little gift, but I'm going to make you work for the gift a little bit, and I need you to invest a little something as well. Seriously, he's absolutely amazing. If you're interested in doing that, all I want you to do is just fill your details in below. We'll call you back, have a little chat to you, see where you're at the moment, see how we can help you, because if you can help other people make money, you'll make money as well, I promise you that. And if you're not making money right now, it's probably because you're not helping enough other people make money. So that's one of the Wealth Dragons principles, is help other people make money. So again, if you're interested in seeing Robert on the 11th, 12th and 13th, Robert's not in the, it's been years since he's been to the UK. He speaks all around the world. He's helped millions and millions of people become financially free. And if you're in a situation at the moment where you don't like your work, you don't like your job, you want a better future, a better lifestyle, you want a pension, you don't want to work for money, you want to have money work for you, then you must see this guy, because I promise you it's going to change your life. So if you're interested in that, we've only got a couple of weeks left to that event. Fill your details in below. We'll call you back and we'll show you how you can go and see Robert. Thanks a lot for this. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.